Good afternoon. This is Sergey Ligai and the company Morodor. Today, we're going to prepare sashimi from the wonderful Chinook salmon. We'll serve it in a non-standard way, not like they do in regular sushi bars, but with a bit of a twist. We'll serve it with panza sauce, green oil, and microgreens. So, to fillet the fish, we'll need a good sharp knife. We need to cut the fish into fillets. Next, we remove the belly bones. We take off the membranes. We need a perfectly clean fillet. We'll need tweezers to remove the bones. In Chinook salmon, the bones grow toward the head. So, by running your finger against the direction of the bones, from head to tail, you can easily feel the entire row of bones. The bones are quite large and come out easily. So you can clean the fillet thoroughly without leaving a single bone. Our fillet is now ready to be portioned. The central part is best suited for sashimi. That's where the meat is the densest and has the richest flavor. So for one serving, a small steak will be enough for us. This part of the fish, which is black in color, is a substitute for the spleen that animals and humans have. And this part serves a blood-forming function. That's why this meat has a rather pronounced specific taste. So, since the Japanese eat fish raw, they don't eat these parts of the fish. That very story about tuna accumulating heavy metal salts actually happens right in this black part of the fish. So, we've prepared the fillet. Next, for plating, we'll use a plate like this. Accordingly, we'll need a certain length to match its size. So, we'll take the best parts, and we'll need a piece about this big. Using a Japanese knife, we'll make thin slices of our wonderful fish. The fish is of very high quality. The flesh is firm, doesn't fall apart, and completely holds its structure. Now, let's lay out the fish on the plate. We'll do this with a slight overlap. Perfect. We've arranged the fish. Next, we'll need panza sauce. I made the panza sauce as follows. For it, we needed soy sauce. We added a small amount of mirin, then added lime juice and mandarin juice. The citrus juice was added in about a 1-to-1 ratio. Accordingly, the same amount of soy sauce. A small amount of water, because the salty soy sauce has a very strong flavor, so we need to mellow it out. We also used 1 part of water. Now we pour our panza sauce onto the plate. In this case, we're using the technique from the South American dish churrasco, where the fish itself isn't submerged in the sauce, but the sauce is just around it. For garnish, we'll need a small amount of green oil, which we made from parsley. A small amount of microgreens. In this case, I'm using pea shoots and accordingly, radish, which I sliced into thin rounds beforehand. For decoration, you can use dried flowers. And I'll add some green oil. In this case, we made the green oil from parsley and vegetable oil. To do this, we need to heat the oil to 80 degrees, wash and thoroughly dry the parsley, chop it up, and warm it in the oil to remove excess moisture. After that, we blend it with a blender, strain it, and we end up with this wonderful product for decoration.